Many years ago, in the small town of Moonlit Pines, whispered tales circulated about an entity known as the Mourner. The Mourner wasn't just another creature from the dark, but a cryptid whose wails echoed through the secluded woods on moonless nights. Moonlit Pines was like any other ordinary small town, except for the vast expanse of its nearby forest, known as the Moaning Hollow. Folks would often hear mournful cries echoing from the hollow after sundown that would pierce the quiet night and leave a chill in the listener's heart. One evening, a curious outsider named Mark, armed with nothing but his camera and adventurous spirit, decided to investigate the hollow. Undeterred by the locals' warnings, he ventured deep into the forest as twilight fell. The forest was unusually silent that night. Not a single cricket's chirp, not a single rustle of leaves. It was as though the forest itself was holding its breath. Suddenly, a soft, sorrowful moan echoed around him. Mark swung his flashlight around and noticed a humanoid figure standing by a gnarled old tree. The figure was tall and thin, almost skeletal. Its skin was gray and it had long, claw-like hands, but the most unsettling feature was its face, or lack thereof. In place of where its eyes, nose, or mouth should be, there was just smooth skin. It was then that the entity let out another bone-chilling moan, as if mourning an unfathomable loss. Startled, Mark quickly snapped a photograph. The flash briefly illuminated the forest, and in that fleeting moment of bright light, the creature vanished. All that remained was the echoing cry gradually fading into the dark. Mark hurriedly left the forest, his heart pounding in his chest. Once he was safely back in town, he developed the film. The photo was slightly blurry, but clearly showed the eerie, faceless figure of the mourner. He showed it to the townsfolk, who confirmed his encounter with the dreaded cryptid. Mark's photograph became a chilling reminder of the presence that haunted Moaning Hollow. He left Moonlit Pines soon after, but his story and the photograph lived on, fueling the legend of the mourner. Even today, they say, on moonless nights, you can still hear the mournful cries of the mourner from the hollow, a lonely and sorrowful reminder of the cryptid residing deep within the woods. But heed the tale of Mark. It's one thing to hear the mourner's cries, another entirely to meet it in person.